Hey everyone! It's been a long time. This is Oyuchan. I'm so sorry for my uploading, but finally I'm here. And today we have a special guest. Can you talk about yourself?
Konnichiwa. Hello, everyone. So I'm Kodcha, and I'm currently studying in APU or Reccomendated Asia Pacific University, and I'm from Thailand. I'm with my friends.
So like we are friends from first year, no, second year. So it's
I
been 2 years.
met like second year, and we're doing some project together, so we get really close.
Yes. Okay, we talk about that later, but like first I wanna talk about my quick upload. Is it okay?
Sure.
Okay, so now I'm not in Japan. I'm not in Beppu anymore because I just finished every graduate and APU and I just finished every like job hunting, everything. So I just came here for now it's 1 month. So I will stay here for another 2 months. So now, what are you talking about today? What we are talking about today?
I was asked by Mayo to have a really special topic that we were talking about. A person who speak in like multi-language. So
Mm-hmm.
can you mention there's a specific word about that, right?
It is polyglot. So when you like search on polyglot on YouTube, you can hit a lot of videos. And now it's kind of popular in the world. So we're gonna talk about that from now, and then in like perspectively, like I don't know, in there personally, I have been struggling with learning language. So today I want you to steal the tips to be a polyglot from her. よろしくお願いします。
So, you mentioned about polyglot. Actually, it's like it's not really. It's rare for me to like hear this word, but
Mhm.
I would say like yeah, I kind of understand after I read what's the definition, and also
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure like I'm one of that kind of person, and I can say that I'm quadrlilngual. So
Okay, so you mean you can speak 4 languages?
I'm speaking full languages. That
Okay.
so start first. I'm speaking Thai because like it's my mom
Mm-hmm.
tongue. Second,
สวัสดีค่ะ Okay.
hello. So, yeah, of course, we currently studying in Reccomendated Asia Pacific University or APU, which is like the classes we holding in like two languages with Japanese and also English. So I'm English
Mhm.
student, so it's require my English skill. So next is
Mhm.
of course I'm now currently living in Japan, so I'm studying Japanese and also using Japanese in my daily life, and also especially I also really into Chinese. So I'm start learning Chinese when I was in high school. So I'm also
Mhm.
learning and using it right now with my friends in APU. So it's
Mhm.
my skill. So I'm proudly to say that I'm speaking full languages.
Okay. So like for me and then Kodcha, we were talking mostly in Japanese and English. I was trying to speak in Thai, but I was gave up that. But it's a different topic. So can you talk about your education history at first?
Yeah, sure. So my education history about like studying languages. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, like it's very I start to learn languages since I was young.
Mm-hmm.
English. I mean, like of course, like since kindergarten, okay, we're learning about the alphabet, letter, ABC, or whatever. But my school that I was living in Thailand, I was going to private school. So
Private school.
so we have a
Okay.
like a nice thing that we always do since we was young is like every morning we have to go to school in like really early in the morning. So we have
Mm-hmm.
the teacher say hi, and also we have to remember the word like vocabulary, like English
Mm-hmm.
vocabulary. And when I was like in kindergarten, I'm also sure it's like 2 words or 3 words, and it's just like up, like
Mm-hmm.
to the level. And when I was in like my high school, so we had to remember like 10 words per day, and also
Mm-hmm.
especially when you was in the last year of my like high school, like grade 12, you have to remember like 10 word plus like synonym and also antonym, like
Okay.
of the words as well, like so you can get to know a lot of vocabulary. So like my school, why they're doing like that? So I asked them why. Then it's like if you don't know any vocabulary, so when
Mm-hmm.
you don't know what you should speak. So
Okay.
at the time, I don't really like how to say, I don't really feel that is that really word, is that really gonna effective. But
Mm-hmm.
once it came to APU and when I start to use English in my daily life, so
Mm-hmm.
it's really effective. It's just like, oh, I learned about this before. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
everything is not from the class, classroom is not enough. So that one of the things that I can learn more.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned that I was in private school, but my school is Thai school. It's not international.
Yeah.
So we don't really have like, we're not really using English. We do have international teacher, but most of them
So,
friends.
so you mean you learn the English from like 5 years old, so 15 years, like 4 or 15 years, like that. But like you didn't actually use, but you use for that 3 years
Yeah. I mean, like
after coming to Japan.
to Japan.
Okay.
In Thailand, we do studying English, but we don't use English as like our language. It's very rare. Like you can speak, but not really like a lot of opportunity to speak English to like the other people. So
Yes.
it's just like you learn, but you didn't use it. Otherwise, if you're doing some spatial activities, so you to do. I did a lot of activities too, so that's why I think
Okay.
the chance to speaking in English. So
Oh, I think it's the same as Japan. So what kind of activity did you do?
I was like like I was like school PR.
PR. Oh,
Yeah,
so like advertisement, you mean?
besides like
Okay.
also I was doing MC like school have any like
Okay.
event. So I'm the one who gonna be like the host and say to everyone that sometimes they want to show that like we have a really high potential to teach the student like languages. So I have to speak in like Thai and also English. We like doing the event in both languages. So I think that's a chance for me to do like speaking English in when I was in Thailand, and also they sometimes have like exchange teacher from the other country, from example Australia. So I have to give them as a, like a buddy. So I have to go to them
Okay.
Thai culture. So that give me a lot about to practice.
I see. Like it's like kind of same as APU. If you are APU student, you can join in like APU student ambassador or like other TAs. So you can use English as kind of you have to use English in activity. So it's kind of same as you can make the culture's environment in Japan as well in APU. Okay.
So like I think it's really similar. For example, like but in AP we more since we like bilingual like university. So actually they do have the classes that holding in both languages. So practice. I mean, like I'm currently studying one of the classes that called spatial lecture that
Okay.
that holding in two languages like English and also Japanese. So most of the friends in the class is Japanese, but when the class was teaching in both languages, like half Japanese and also half English. So when the
Wow.
class do the lecture and even like he telling about the like I mean about like theory, he was discussing English, but we have to do the research and we have to go into like an area in order to do the project. So we have to use a lot of Japanese. So and also connect with
So what kind of it's like international relationship
it's not
things? Like it's not what kind of special lectures?
spatial lecture of APS.
You don't remember it? APS. Okay.
It's APS so because it's like it's kind of include all of the major together. We have to use the skill like environment, hospitality, like
Okay.
like you have to use the media. So because you have to get all the document and you have to do the like a lot of like document work. So that kind of really involve international relations.
I see. I see. So each class have a different professors
Yeah,
in
yeah.
their courses. Okay.
So I think
I
that's
see.
why. I mean, if I compare, I can mention compare. Like if you practice, I mean, when I was in high school, so I went out for like activities, but in APU probably might be easier for you to get to improve.
Oh, you think so? Okay. So like, is it okay for? Can I move to the Chinese?
Oh, yeah, sure. Chinese. I think you met me before in the Chinese restaurant, and
Yeah, it was so astonished me because like she talked with Chinese girl in Chinese restaurant. I couldn't understand. I don't know, like everything at all. Like she talks like naturally. So I was like, why did you make this? Like why? It was for me. It looks like so native person. So how did you like making that kind of skill? Sorry
okay.
for the notifications.
Well, I didn't expect I'm gonna be really like I can say that I'm really good at Chinese.
Okay, so you can speak like listening, writing, everything, reading.
Yeah. My Chinese skill is like really like a business level.
Okay, business.
Yeah, like I start to learn Chinese when I was in my high school. So, why? Actually, in high school in Thailand, you have to choose like the way first, like science or art or math. So I choose art and math. I have to study mathematics a lot and also art, which is like it's not or whatever it's mean like liberal art. So you have to study about like languages. So we mean and also Chinese. So I have to get like full credit in every semester. So
Okay.
Chinese class, and I get to learn Chinese. I think like I realized that actually Chinese is one of the most of the kind of like powerful language in this.
In the world.
Yeah. Like
So like you send me the picture of the Chinese, like your Chinese lighting before. Is that in that high school?
yeah, it was in my high school. Like it's very hard to learn Chinese because like the letter is very hard. If like for Japanese it's like kind of similar, but for Thai like me, the letter is totally different and it's very complex. So we have to remember a lot, and also the tonation, pronunciation, and I think like how to speak Chinese good is like you gotta be really natural when you're speaking. So I learned a lot. Like when I was in my high school, I joined the like circle, which is like Chinese study circle.
Wow.
I joined it for 3 years, so I became a leader when I was in last year. So
Wow, later, okay.
we do a lot of things together. Like I do a lot of things that relate to Chinese. At first I was study, so the motivation when I want to like have a really good like speaking good Chinese, because like it's contain a lot of credit. First, so I was like, oh, if I want my grade to be good, so I have to study my best. But once I start to learn Chinese, I know that like, oh, this is very interesting. And once you can start that, you're like, oh, I have one more like skill that I can speak Chinese. Very cool. So that's why I really like try my best to do it like And also my school support for you to like taking the Chinese proficiency test, or we call it HK.
Oh yes, the Chinese test, okay.
Test. So I got the Chinese test since like I was in the first year of my high school. I just studied. I was like, okay, let's go have a try. And I also like I got they have before they have 6 level. They start from first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And for the first one is like the easiest one, and the last one, sixth, is like the most difficult. So when I was in my high school, I got the first year of my high school, I got the second level. But when I was in my second year of my high school, I just skipped.
You skipped?
Yeah, I skipped to 4.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
I got a really good score. So I also got 5. Now, like when I was in Japan, because I keep talking with my friends in in Chinese. It's like we have a lot of international students here and a lot of Chinese students here. So doing the conversation, and they also give me more information, even teach me how to study more. And we have many things that support us here. But when I was in high school, so I have to remember the vocabulary, the same English, but I have to go find my Chinese teacher. And because the Chinese character, they have a lot, and you can't really remember everything in one time. So it's hard. So I would like write my Chinese character in my note on the picture that I sent to you. Like write it like at least 5 words a day and 3 times each word. So I learned a lot of Chinese words at that time, and also I got the scholarship because I got the certification of speaking Chinese. So I went to Japan as well.
So like you think like writing is a good way to learning language?
I think writing is help a lot. I mean, even though it's very hard to do, I mean, it's really like maybe easy, but once you write it, you can it's like once you write it, you read it, you see it, and you remember it.
Okay.
It's very like efficient for me, but it's very hard it might be very hard for the person who will start learning. Just like sometimes you think like, oh, it's take a lot of time and it's very tired, but I think like it's very hard if once you know what your purpose is, why you study, and you have your motivation, whatever, like you will try the best to doing like
okay,
that.
so can you talk about your motivation later?
Yeah, sure.
I want to know about like, and then like you mentioned about you like Chinese, right? You like, so like can you talk about which point, like which part of the Chinese do you like, or something like which part of Japanese do you like that?
Yeah, sure.
So that, okay, so can you move to another language?
Japanese?
You talk about English, Chinese, so Japanese, and yes.
I think if I mention about Japanese, I think more you know how good I'm in Japanese, right?
Can you show off your Japanese here? 日本語で一回喋りましょうか、じゃあ。何でもいけると思いますけど。
まあ、なんか うやって日本語勉強してるって鮮明に日本語ちょっとちょこちょこでしようと。
行きましょう。じゃあ私はここに English のサブタイトルを入れようと思います、後で。はい、お願いします。
どうやって日本語勉強方法ですね。最初、実は8年間前に私留学するつもりなんです。なんか
8年間前ってことは中学生。
中学生の時、そう、なんか就学2年生から就学生3年生になるんですよ。その人ってだってなんか就学3年生って、もうそろそろ高校生じゃないですか。
うん。
だから、自分が何か勉強したいかどうか、それ考えるために、それで、だから、ちょっと自分思ってるのが、留学したいなと思ってたら、
うん。
それで、いろんな試験とか受けて、一回一応ですね、LA、なんかロサンゼルスの、
うん。アメリカのね、ロサンゼルス。はい。
もう、やっぱり高いなと思って、しかも、すごいで、だから、それでもお母さんも心配かと思うから、だからちょっと、なんていうか、自分もともとが日本が好きなんていうか、タイで結構日本のものが多いから、料理
そうだね。めちゃくちゃ多いね。
結構多いからさ、だから、ちょっと日本っぽいってイベント行ったら、なんか、コースみたいなような、J エデュケーションっていう、会社で、それで、
もう一回言って。
J エデュケーション。
うん。
会社って感じで、なんていうか、この会社結構なんか、学生が、もしなんか、タイの学生が日本で勉強したいの人とか、日本したいのをなんかサポートしてるって感じなので、それで、一回話してたらすごい面白くて、だからちょうどは、なんかめっちゃ面白いのコースが出てて、3週間、日中1日間で、静岡県の浜松市で、大須賀高校っていうところで、なんか勉強できる。
大須賀高校ね。有名なところですね。
勉強できるって、だから自分はすごい気になってて、それでお母さんとご相談してて、日本に来ました。初めて。全く何もわからなくて、ありがとうございますしかわからないし、もうしかも、ありがとうございますのありがとうだけ知ってる。何もわからなくて、それで改めて、なんかもう、あいうえおとか、もう、カタカナからひらがなからすぐなんか勉強してて、
なんか私も同じだったの。タイに行って逆に2週間、3週間かタイに行ったんだけど、逆に私もサワディーかしかわからなかったんだけど、私はそこで勉強をやめたわけ、一回。で、あなたは続けてるじゃん。なんかそれが面白い。なんか、どこでどう変わったのかとか面白いから、また教えてくれたら助かります。
なんて、私も勉強しながら、あの時ね、すごいなんかもう日本語難しいもん大会で絶対やめると思ってるの。なんか、毎日日本で少しして、すごい素敵な期間ができたから、友達、ただ日本の道で歩いてたらもうすごい気持ちいいと思って、あの時ですね、2月3月ぐらいでちょうど桜の、なんていうか、なんかすごい、まあ、春の時だから、桜もすごく綺麗で、そんな綺麗な場所に住みたいなと思ってたんですよ。なんか、友達と学校終わった後に、ゆっくりで桜見ながら、コンビニでアイス買って一緒に食べるって最高と思ってたら、
タイもそうじゃないタイもそんな感じだけどな。
ちょっと違うんって感じがする。
そうなんだ。
日本語すごい、なんていう、道とかもすっごく綺麗だからさ、それで思ってたら、なんか日本住んでみたいな、思って8年。
なるほどね。
から、それで、タイ帰るときに、すごい日本語がすっと、日本のこと思ってて、日本語勉強したい。日本に留学したいって言ってたら、全くなんかすごい、なんか、反対いや、ダメよーとかって、日本はいろんなあるんじゃね。地震とか、津波とか、それで心配してて、でも、じゃあ、日本の良さ、見せる。から、それでお母さんじゃ旅行行こうって言ってたら、その時は全然日本語喋れないんですけれども、旅行行きたいし、お母さんも連れて行きたいし、だから、
そうだね。
すごい、なんか、すぐなんか、パッション、なんていう
情熱があったんだね、中学生の時に。
本屋さん行って、日本語の、なんか本が買って、それで自分で勉強してて、どうやって行きますかしか言えないの。左、駅、どうやって乗り換えり、それだけ言える。でも、その時はお母さんは喋れないのに、すごい頑張ってるの、なんか、見せたから、それでお母さんが、いいよ。そんなに好きやったらいいや。それでお母さんのサポートも、それもらってるから、モチベーションも増えて、で、だからなんか、 なんていうか、日本聞いたら、すごいなんか実践できるし、だからすごいモチベーションが増えてて、
うん。
買い替えた後に、まあ、すぐ日本語の、なんか日本語学校結構少なかったから、この前が。だから、
うん。
ちゃんと勉強してるのが、高校1年生から勉強したんだけど、なんか週に1回勉強してる。し
うん。
かも2時間か3時間で、それで続いて、なんていうか、日本語めっちゃ難しいから、まあ、最初の時は先生、ゆうゆうなんかお元気ですかとかおはようございます
そう
とか、
だね。
ったんだけど、敬語とか、自動詞、可動詞とか
そうだ
入ってる。
ね。
これ何
レベルがね、いろいろあるからね。
からなんか、
そうだね。
一回なんか、うわ、もう、今何してるのとかって思っちゃったの。なんか、
うん。
難しいの無理やと思ってたら、でも、めっちゃ頑張ってたから、それ、
そうね。
もったいないなと思って、ちょうど、なん
うん。
か自分が APU 知り合って、
うん。
一応なんか、なんていうか、日本が好きやから、日本で勉
うん。
強したいって。でも、英語も捨てたくない。もし日本語で、日本語だけの学校行ったら絶対英語忘れちゃうから。だから、
そうだね。
ちょうど知ってるの先輩が APU で通ってて、それで、
タイ人の先輩。
そうそう、
うんうんうん。
前の一緒に浜松のコース一緒に行ってたの先輩。
ああ、そういうことね。オイスカーにね、行ってたのね。
なんか、おいすかで知り合って、それで、大会ってでも、結構連絡とかみんな取ったりしてるからさ、
うん。
それで、なんか その先輩は APU に来て、私もこう、なんか、先輩と話す機会があって、すごい APU なんか面白いなと思ってたら、
うん。
それで APU 行きたいと思ってたら、日本語喋れないと生活もちょっと難しいかもしれないかと思うから、
そうだね。
日本語をちょこちょこで習ってて、なかなかチャンス、なんか、使い機会がなくて、でも、
あ、タイの中でってこと？
なんか、
うんうんうん。
足りないじゃん。だってでも、一回すごい嬉しいのが、一回 BTS っていうのはタイのあれ電車
うん。
の、乗ってる時に、日本の方がいらっしゃって、道が
うん。
わからなくて、私ちょうど日本語クラス通ってるところ、途中で、
うん。
なんかこちらの方日本人に見えるなと思ってたら、なんか、sorry, how to go this って言われてんだけど、
うん。
携帯で見たり日本語で、なん
うん。
かさ、
日本語喋れますよって言ったんね。うんうん。
方ですかって聞いてたら、日本、あの時ね、もしかしたら日本の方ですかとじゃなくて、日本人ですか
うんうんうん。
いいですかそれ日本語喋れますかって言ってた
う
ら、
ん。
ですね、私、日本語勉強してちょっと話せますとか、
うん。
どうやって行きますかちょっと待ってくださいとか、これ、この駅からこの駅まで乗り換えて、この駅からこの駅までですって言ってたら、なんか、あの方はすごい嬉しくて、
うん。
本当に助かりましたとか言われて、なんか、
うん
うちでも、ちゃんと使えたなと思ってたら、自分でもね、いけるやんってやるせ
うん。
だからさ、それすごい、
じゃあ、その、日本語は、教室に通ってたの？
そう、日本語って
タイで。
言ってた。そう。
それはその、学校の中じゃなくて自分でお金を出して、教室に行ってたんだ。
で渡して、なんていうか、しかも自分の実家はパッタヤっていうところで、
うんうんうん。
時間ぐらいかかるの、バスで。でも、なんか、
うん。
パタヤらへんは日本語学校がないから、毎週いつも学校を勉強してるのが月曜日から土曜日までなんだけど、
うん。
それで日
学
曜日、
校は中学、高校？
高校。
うん、オッケー。うんうん。
高校で、そしてなんか日曜日空いてるじゃん。休み。
うん。
その休
うん。
み使って日本語勉強するためにバンコク行ってる。毎週。
2時間、だから2時間、だから2時間2時間だよね。行って帰ってくる。だから4時間だよね。
5時間ぐらいかかる。
そうだよね。パッとから行って、すごいね。
別府から福岡まで。
そうだね。パッとから、そうだね。すごいね。
いやー、
う
なんか、
わ
なってたなと思ってて、それででも全然ちょっと喋れるって感じぐらいで、そんな上手いんではないんですけれども、なんていうか日本に来てから、まあちゃんと使う機会があってて、それバイトとかいろんな、なんか活動とかしたりしてて、それいろんな勉強ができてからます。まあちょっとスムースに、
ー。うん。
喋れるって感じで。でも、それだけではなくて、なんか勉強だけ足りないじゃん。一週間
うん。
でもなんか3時間ぐらいで勉強してる足りないやん。
うん。
もう課題やっても、そう、それで覚えないかと思ってたら、自分すごい日本語か。日本のドラマとか、
うん。
なんか見るのがめっちゃ好き。なんか
オッケーオッケー。
ラブラブ。
待ってね。エデュケーション、待ってね。
うん
じゃあ、今とりあえずエデュケーションのヒストリー聞いたから、
そう
それ以外のところ聞こうかな。じゃあ後で。
ですよ。
今、APU までのエデュケーション、中学が、えっと、 英語が15年高校、
そうそう。
全部の学校の中でね。
12年ぐらいね。12年か、今までは15年ちょいじゃないですか。
So like 12 years in Thailand and 3 years in APU, you mean? Okay. So then like Chinese, what? Chinese what?
I start from my high school first year.
Okay.
So 3 years of study, and now I'm currently in APU for how many years? 3 years. So 6 years of
6 years. Okay. And then other one, like one of the like Japanese one, it's 3 years. No, 6 years.
Japanese I study for 3 years before, but
3 years.
It don't really count because it's really like one time, like once a week, but yeah, but like that, and also one more.
So you mean like it's once a week is not
enough,
like enough, so that's why you cannot count. So what time in a week is enough for you? You can count.
例えば for example, I studied 3 years, but it's just once a week, so I think it's just like
I think 1 year like that.
2 years, just that. It's
okay.
Not 2 years, like 3
okay,
years.
got it. Then can we move to the education? I mean, how to learn in APU after coming to Japan?
Okay, sure. So when I moved to APU, actually, to be honest, it's my confession.
Yeah.
Not really good in English at all. Was speaking at first when I was in the first year. I'm really trying to speak in English, actually. Like I would prefer. I don't really speak Thai as well. Like the language that I speak, like comfortable to speak about is like Chinese.
So what Chinese? But you never been there, like in China before.
I've been there. For like just like I have like some program to study about culture, so I've been there. Like, but not a long time. Like I went there like once. It's like 2 weeks. So
just.
But yeah, I'm really comfortable in somehow whatever. But when I wasn't like in APU, like most of APU students who's like Thai, they're like from like international school,
yes,
abroad, like Canada, whatever. But it's from like I'm from Thai school, and I don't really go.
Oh, it's a minority in like Thai community as well in APU.
Yeah. Most of them, I think most of like Thai people there.
Yeah, I know.
International school, but I'm not. So I was like kind of insecure when I have to talking. So I'm just I'm gonna think like, oh, why your English so poor? But it's somehow because you live, and I don't want anyone to like. I don't want to be like in my cave. I just want to express my idea, whatever. So I think one way that I learned a lot is like in APU it's required a lot of reading and also like group work.
Yes, it is.
Like I'm not good to speak, or even like I'm really trying to speak, and somehow we have to do that. And once you do it, and it became a habit, so you will like improve more. And also my friends, I really like listening to my friend when they're speaking. So we get to know like vocabulary, and in somehow like because it's like if you get used to, once you get used to, so you do that thing, and it's became.
So you mean like you think it's important to be in the environment?
Environment is very important. Also, if I could say that like in APU, it's not like English is not like English. We have like many accent as well.
Yes.
Thai accent. It's not only like American accent, British accent, but also like many accent from all around the world. Of course, we like in AP we have like 100 nation, 100 country, whatever.
More than 100, I guess. Yes.
And of course, like everyone is from different school, different teacher. So
yes.
But we used one language to communicate. So it's very nice chance for you to get to learn like language, like one language anyway. And it's somehow, so when I realized that, it's like nobody is perfect.
Okay. So you understand that after coming to APU? Before. Okay.
But when I was in Thailand, like sometimes when you're speaking English, like you're trying to speak really good English, so people might.
Yeah, that's kind of same as Japan. Japanese people just try to speak English because like they embellish their like accent. Yeah, I understand that.
But in somehow like people sometimes I think like why you act to be like talking like that. So it's like it's really like. But when I came to APU, everyone is so open for me. So we so we have different accent, different way, and they kind of mix English with their culture.
Okay, so you didn't like learn exactly learn English like you're used to English for every day in your ordinary life and in the class as well.
Yeah, in somehow, so it became like in daily life, and once you know like get used to and already like comfortable, and I can say
Mm-hmm.
talking freely, and yeah, this is
Okay.
I feel that when you come to APU, I mean like it's very hard and very rare, even though like you're living in Japan, and
Mm-hmm.
the fact that I really want to mention is like sometimes because like we in bilingual like school,
Mm-hmm.
it's Japanese and English together.
Mm-hmm.
So only APU, I can say that. Like for example, like Moya, how are you? Oh, sorry, ne, I have to go to get my bus.
Yes, yes.
Oh, mata ne, otsukare, bye bye, see you.
Bye.
Yeah,
Johnny.
we're
Mm-hmm.
like, have a nice day, mata ne. Like, have a nice day, mata ne.
It's like, yeah, combine everything every time. Yeah, I understand. So like you mean like, okay, so you didn't learn English, but you change your like situation and you change your confidence to speak English in APU. Okay.
How in like at first I'm not really good at writing, and we have the classes called like SSAW in APU.
Oh
And
yes,
right, it's very hard. Everyone know that.
it was. It was.
We got to face in the first year. So I was studying about like how to write the English like academic writing in when I was
Mm-hmm.
in high school, but it's not. Of course, it's not enough. So
Mm-hmm.
I did try like in APU. So I start to learn like again like how to writing academic writing. So I think
Is
it's
it like for international student are learning English way of learning, right? Writing, and then Japanese student are learning Japanese way of writing. It was.
yeah. I think yeah. Right.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
So I think it's really important. So I think that's kind of like my English like class in APU, and actually they're also providing even like international student can also taking English class as well. But we don't really taking because like all the classes that we're taking are really English already, so we're not gonna take like English. But some of my friends do, to get more like advanced in their like
Mm-hmm.
language skill. But yeah, I would say that like not only English in APU, but since I came here, since I speak many languages, for example, I've been like studying Chinese for 3 years. That's true, but it's not enough. Once you get
Mm-hmm.
out from the school, you didn't get a chance to go into class anymore. But yeah, but actually APU you do provide like AP language class, like more you're also taking Thai. So you're like, I remember when you called me, it's like, oh please help me.
It was so tough. I mean, like if I don't have a friend from Thai, it's so difficult because the pronunciation is so difficult. So I use their Instagram voice chat,
Oh yeah,
and yeah, you send me a lot of voice chat to like learn pronunciation in Thai.
I think like we do provide the languages class, but I think it's not enough. But the base teacher is not a teacher in the classroom, but your friends. The thing is like you can improve with your friends, even like the environment. You can hear a lot of things, and
Mm-hmm.
like everyone trying to combine and be like diverse, and we come together like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things. And when you walk in the campus, you
Mm-hmm.
might see like India, Japan, India, Korea, Thai, and Vietnamese speaking together, but not English. We're speaking in Japanese. It's
Japanese, yes.
very
Wait, can I ask about one thing? It's like some students doesn't like to use themselves to learn language. It
cool.
means like some Japanese friend or try to speak international student to learn English. That's it. But I think that's a good way because like I mean it's not bad things. I think because there is the opportunity and there is opportunity to learn culture as well. And then what do you think about that? People feel like Japanese people sometimes afraid of that.
I think it's not a bad thing when you feel like difference, and also like you like scared to like talk up, or like to, to talk with someone that like different culture. Sometimes it's just
Mm-hmm.
like if I talk to them, is they gonna think I'm weird, or like I'm not good in English? Why you keeps talking? It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally fine. I mean, like understandable because I was like that before. I was since coming even like I'm English based student, but I'm not.
Oh no. I mean like for example, I use you to learn Thai before, right?
Oh, it's totally fine. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really proud when you ask me though. It's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
you're interesting in my language.
Yeah, same in Japanese to me as well.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's totally fine. Like, I mean, even like sometime, when even though I didn't take any class, but when I have my Vietnamese friends, I just want to say like thank you in their like language. Just sometimes we so appreciate like about what they did for us. I
Mm-hmm.
think that one thing that make us like open minded also like
Mm-hmm.
really
So do you think in the APU, like international students would think like that way
yeah,
as you?
of course.
Mm-hmm.
We come from our country, and if someone want to learn about our culture, our house,
Mm-hmm.
our home, so really and really like oh, like when you say like, if like for example, if you say to me, arigato, I say, arigato, daijoubu. If you say like, thank you, I say, okay, thank you. But once you say ขอบคุณค่ะ, I was like, oh, you ขอบคุณค่ะ.
Oh, ขอบคุณค่ะ.
One word that I heard before. When you speak once you speak the language that person know, it's go through their brain, but
Mm-hmm.
once you speak their mother tongue, it's go to through their heart.
Oh, that's a good word. Okay, I
So,
see.
for example,
So
if
maybe like the Japanese traveler that you talk to in Thailand, yeah, you goes to his heart, maybe.
heart, yeah, maybe.
Mhm. Okay, so like you mean after APU, you didn't run, but like the environment make you more improve your language skill. Is that
I
correct?
didn't take. I mean, like I taking one of AP language class, which is like Chinese one.
Oh, it was Chinese. It's Chinese, like Chinese one, like before beginners class.
In a class, I just want to go to the in the class because I want more friends like who study Chinese, so I can help
Okay.
them. So I can help them.
It did help, even you participated in the class. Okay.
Tell my friends a lot, like pronunciation or whatever. Like I really like enjoying the class and also became like
Mm-hmm.
and also even though like I'm not Chinese, but I teaching Chinese to Japanese people. That's really
Mm-hmm.
I mean like even though I'm not taking that class, but just environment. For example, I taking
Mm-hmm.
Chinese. It's not necessary for me to taking Chinese one to improve my Chinese, right? Because I really like in another level. But I have my friends all around me and they're speaking like with me every day. Even like we going hang out together. So that's the environment just improved me a lot to, like somehow to like get really good. Even like
Mm-hmm.
Japanese, once you come to AP, it's not only like when you're going to school, because your life in Japan, when you like study abroad, it's not only like you are not in only school, but you also
Mm-hmm.
your life. So you're going to
Mm.
to go, you work, you do a lot of things. So the environment that in the daily life will like help you a lot with like improve
Yes.
just
Like especially I was in like our like AP house is their dormitory in APU. It makes me like it helped me to improve my English and Thai as well. A little bit. Thai is a little bit. Like yeah, it's helped me a lot. Okay, so can you tell me about motivation of learning and then like I think that for learning English, I mean learning language, consistency is so necessary for improving. No, I think so. But like you don't you think so?
I think, for example, like it's very hard. Like once English is like, for example, not only English. I mean, every language it takes so much effort, takes so much time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't learn Japanese for 3 days. It takes time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just like it's not a cup noodle that you just buy it and then you
Okay.
can't do it. It's not instant. But like
Uh-huh.
a lot of things take a lot of effort. Once you're gonna
Uh-huh.
but why? It's take a lot of effort because it's so pressure. Because it's gonna be with you all the time, all of your life. And when you study
Mhm.
one thing, not only the language that go to your brain, and also the culture, the personality, and a lot of things is gonna be with you as well. So that's why it's
Mhm.
hard. And how to contain your motivation to be constantly is
Mhm.
very hard. Once the thing that I always warning the person who about to start to learn some language, first
Mhm.
you have to know what's your purpose of study.
Mhm.
Why?
So
Why?
what was your purpose? You mean like you say like Chinese, you like Chinese like that. What was your purpose?
I think like English is very important. Why I have to use it? Because like it's the languages that I can connect to everyone. Most of them in the
But
world.
like we can live in if you were living in Thailand, you can live by only in Thailand.
Mm.
Like you don't need to use your English if you're living in Thailand.
But we're born in this world. And in this world, not only one country.
Mm-hmm.
Explore the world. Aren't you think as well? I think the person who also come to this university, I mean APU, don't think like we want to be in only our country as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like English can open and give you more opportunities. And that's why I
Mm-hmm.
start to learn English and it's keep my motivation. And also about Chinese, first because of I want to get a good grade. But once I learned about it, I really into it. I think like, oh, actually Chinese, they have a really rich culture and really long history. But apart from that, I think it's my friends. Because I have a really good Chinese friend around me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to understand more about them. I want
Mm-hmm.
to know about what they're thinking. That's why I have to study more. So that's what one of my motivation. And
I understand that.
now I want to study Japanese because at first I want to live in Japan. Once I live in Japan, I want to make my life better in Japan. And now my life is better in Japan. So my another motivation is to live in Japan. So I have to have more and understand more about a lot of things. So first you have to ask yourself, what is your motivation? And
Mm-hmm.
when you get like put your goal. So when you
Mm-hmm.
set your goal, it's not a big goal that like, oh, I want to go to the moon. For example, if
Mm-hmm.
you want to go somewhere, I want to go to first, I want like step by step. When you got the
Mm-hmm.
first motivation, I want you to have motivation all the time. For example, set
Mm-hmm.
your goal. For example, when you accomplish one thing, you go for another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Challenge yourself. When you challenge yourself, you're gonna like, oh, I have to keep doing this on. So your
Mm-hmm.
motivation is gonna keep constantly.
Mm-hmm.
For example, now, for example, like I think when I was in second year when I was start to know more you, so you
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I want to learn English because I want to have friends.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
Yeah, yeah. I think you
Okay.
talked to me when you was like met me for the first time. It was like, oh, I
Mm-hmm.
want to be your friends because you can speak Thai, English, and whatever, and you, and so I think like, but once you get to learn and you improve English a lot, maybe you didn't realize that, but I think you improve a lot, and I think
Thank
that
you.
yeah, yeah, and now you in Europe, so I think maybe you didn't realize that, but your maybe your motivation is still in your mind. It's like, oh, I want to do this thing, so I have to improve my English.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to them like so they can understand what I'm thinking or
Mm-hmm.
do. So
Like my motivation is I want to go out from Asia. That's it. Yeah, that's my motivation for a long, long time.
it's also one of your motivation, but I want everyone to set the goal, like their goal for
Mm-hmm.
like from the small thing. For example, if you like start to learn something, I know as I say, it's very hard to learn some languages, but it's not too late to learn.
Mm-hmm.
You only grow by old, but you're not gonna grow by like whatever, like how old are you or whatever you're doing, whatever you're gonna be the first semester, whatever you're gonna be like last year of the university student, you still have a chance to grab whatever
Mm-hmm.
you grab. If you grab a
So like
chance,
you, why did you choose the Chinese, English, and Japanese? I mean, there are a lot of another options as well, but you didn't choose that. Like you didn't try another other languages before.
I choose English because it's like kind of mandatory when
Mm-hmm.
it's very essential
Mm-hmm.
in languages in this world. Second, I was like choosing Chinese because like it's another one of the really influent like language in the world. Not only
Mm-hmm.
China, like not only China, they're using Chinese. Taiwan, Hong Kong, and many places understand Chinese, so I can do a lot of negotiation and also
Mm-hmm.
get a lot of chance, and also Japanese because I want to live in Japan. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
started Japanese. I would say like I also really into like like Asian culture. That's why I choose
Mm-hmm.
like Asian languages. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
there are more like a lot of languages like Spanish, French, or maybe
Finish. Here,
yeah,
finish.
I think like yeah, but it doesn't mean like I think it depends on you what you go, what you want to do. That's why
Like
like
what is familiar with that? It's kind of it's related to, I guess. Okay. So I think you talk about the things I wanted to ask in the previous questions. I think I want to ask about tips of acquire languages, but you talk about your goals and then you talk about we have to set the goals and then we need to consistency. And if there's any other tips for learning languages?
for example, I think like do what you love and love what you do is very like important. It's very
Mm-hmm.
like for example, just enjoying your like for example hobby. For example,
Mm-hmm.
I really like enjoying like listening to music and also watching movie. This helped me.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people also using this way. I mean like
Mm-hmm.
doing like a watch movie. I don't really just watch and whatever like yeah we do maybe like some kind of analyze or whatever. But the thing that I do one thing more is like I want to get the accent. So
Accent. Okay.
like someone accent, so I try to like copy the accent by
What do you
like
mean by copying?
when like the movie or even like they have a really like kind of easy sentences, so I try to shadowing
Shadowing. Okay.
like repeating what they say. For example, if in the 会話 it say like
Uh-huh.
今日は天気がいいから散歩しましょう. So I just
Mm-hmm.
今日は天気から散歩しましょう. So once you're doing like this one, first you have to listen well. Second, you have to repeat after that, so you improve your like speaking skill, and also you can improve your pronunciation. That's also one tip.
You that do it by yourself in a home.
Yeah, do.
This is. Can you show me the things like once?
Okay, for example.
Can you play yourself and then just show how to copying?
日本語会話。日本語会話練習。
日本語会話練習。
ちょっと待って。そう、滑らか日本語会話って書いてる。ちょっと適当で。So I just randomly choose one.
You use that before? No? You just like randomly
I use that. Randomly, so I get to get all of the contents that I think.
Okay.
For example.
I think like everyone tried to do that before once, but like most of people gave up that because like it's so much effort to do that by myself.
I just enjoy. I sometimes think like I can be someone else.
Okay, you want to act to like praying. Okay.
Like this. それはどうしてですか？駅員は学生に何をさせましたか？ For example, so they have the conversation, so I just act like them.
I see.
もしもしお客さん。もしもしお客さん。私ですか？私ですか？ちょっとあなたが手が切れていますよ。そうですか？ちゃんとお金払ってますよ。ごめんなさい。私、今お金持ってないんです。
お金持ってないの？
So I do this, but maybe it's kind of like a little bit slow. Yeah.
Slower speed. Okay.
And I choose to like watch like drama so I can get like daily conversation.
Okay, so if it's in English, Chinese, Japanese, everything, like any languages it's used for.
I do this way in every language, and also I also writing a lot, so I can get to first when you write something, you think, right? You see. Remember, and I do this a lot. Maybe it take a lot of effort, but I'm using this tip for.
For Japanese languages, some people are using anime for that as well. What do you think about that?
It's also work, but in my case, I feel like it depends what kind of anime you're watching. For example, you're watching One Piece or Naruto. The word in there using is pretty fancy, so it's very hard to use that thing in daily life. For example, like it's very hard, but I wish.
It's so different. Like it's not ordinary Japanese.
I would not go into the supermarket and I would say like I want to be the like pirate king, you know. So I would choose the thing that's kind of simple. I really like to watch Chibi Maruko.
Okay.
Maruko-chan とか or like Atashinji.
That's so old anime. It's not like Reiwa anime.
YouTube and Atashinji. They give really like good conversation. For example, the one that like you don't really study in like school. Like for example, like Pika Pika. Like
Pika Pika. Okay. Shining.
They don't really like saying in ours like in our textbook, but you can learn.
So like Maruko-chan and then Atashinji, the common part is it's depict their ordinary life, like in a family life, like that, not like pilot's life. So that's.
And also the word, because it's the like anime for kids, so that's why the word that they're using is really simple. So really like really easy to understand. So the content is really like light, so you can understand more. And even like they're going to buy some groceries, like so you can like see and how and learn a little bit about like what they're really doing in life as well.
So can you give me your 4 anime or drama in Thailand, like each language is like your recommendations, you recommended drama or anime?
For example,
so Japanese is Maruko and then
Atashinji. I would recommend Atashinji. And for Chinese, I would recommend you it's called it's very light. It's like about high school life.
Chinese?
Yeah.
High school life. If it's on Netflix?
In I will recommend some in the Netflix, so you guys can go and check.
Yeah, because like some international students are kind of like too feminine or too like masculine words sometimes because of their influence by the anime. Like in Finnish, for example, in Finnish, we don't have our like languages in sexual difference. So I think they understand that's the same things, ole and watashi. I think that's why.
Yeah, that's true. For example, like in Atashinji, there was like like there was like watashi, boku, ore じゃなくて like this is like uchi.
Uchi wa, okay.
So it's very like for Chinese wait.
You just still searching on it?
Yeah, I a little bit forgot it because like I watched it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so while she's searching on, I will recommend the one Thai song. I like Atom. I learned Thai from Atom. It's a singer in Thailand.
Yeah.
Atom, like some Thai singer or drummer is titled by Thai, so I cannot search on. But Atom is ATOM, it's English, so it's so good song every time.
For example, for Chinese, I would recommend a little thing called First Love.
Confess Love.
A little thing called First Love.
Little thing called First Love. Okay.
It's very it's from Thai movie. So I know that. So and after that, the word that they're using in story is like in like university life about like daily life. You're going to whatever, you go hang out with your friends. So it's very like can help you a lot with the daily life conversation. And if is Japanese, this is the first Japanese movie that I watched. It's like Itasura na Kisu.
It's a Thai. Itasura na Kisu is from Thai, right? It's from Thailand. Right? Japanese?
Yeah, 日本のいたずらなキス in Tokyo. It's like this one.
Oh, okay. But I'm searching a little things called First Love. That's so the actress and actor is so cool and so
cute. And also I watched this one and when I was in high school.
いたずらなキス? わからない。
It's very like light, like contents, and also it's like really cute word.
Okay.
Also like the word that you're using in daily life, and also when it's like family as well. So I can learn a lot of word from here. And also for English, I think you can learn from many like movie from Netflix. Have many level. I would recommend like the thing is like kind of light, not really using a lot of like really
English.
Yeah, like word. I think you can search a lot, but one of my favorites like Emily in Paris. But I think
Emily in Paris.
And for example,
like my French people says, I see he doesn't like it. Okay.
Or like if the person who studying about business, like in the like field, you can learn a lot of words from like about marketing from this movie, and they also give you some tips like about the movie as well. But I also recommend movie. It's called 13 Go 30.
13 Go 30. Okay.
It's like the language in the movie is pretty like easy to study, and also the content is very like funny. So I think it's really like good for the person who literally begin to learn something. I think
it's good for copying, shadowing.
Yeah, it's good for shadowing. Like, accent in the movie is very really easy.
Oh, it's US accent.
Yeah, it's really old movie. But so practice my accent from like YouTube channel that have like vocabulary, and I speak word by word when I was doing like clean up my room. So that what I was doing like.
I see. So do you have any recommendation about Thailand, Thai language?
That's a very hard question. I don't really watch Thai movie. I think you can search for a little thing called love. Called love, I think, but like the same with Chinese one, but you can just search for like Thai version. Also the content is really like really easy and really like enjoyable, and also even the accent that's using the movie they use really naturally, and also like not too hard for the beginner.
Can I ask my personal question?
Oh yeah, sure.
Like for me, and then like I think most of the other Japanese students in APU, they can speak English, they can use English, but not enough I can like communicate with my friend casually. Like I don't have any problem with that at all. But then I cannot compose the like structures. It's so difficult. Like, does that make sense? It's so too difficult to when I want to like how can I say express my feeling or more difficult things. It's so difficult to construct my English as a structures. And then I feel worried that if I could like if if like my English is not appropriate or not like that.
I
So
think
is there any advice for that?
you just afraid about the mistake. I think the mistake it make you to learn. The best teacher is mistake. Once you do the mistake, and of course, like, if it's your friends, your family, we're willing to help you. Whatever if you're saying wrong, so it's totally fine. We will help you to correct it. I think I always help more you to correct when you say something like kind of weird, and also your friend also helping you to correct that. And I think if you even though like you make a mistake, but if the content is understandable, it's totally fine because like
Mm-hmm.
I think it doesn't actually when we're speaking in some language we not really if it's not writing, it's just like
Mm-hmm.
communicate for us to understand it already enough. It's better than like you too serious and you just think of like, oh, I have to make it like really proper. I think
Mm-hmm.
once you try and you show yourself that you already try your best to doing that, it's already enough. So don't be shy and don't be afraid to speak or learn or try like
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think my question was done. All of that question is done. So is there any other things that you want to talk or any information about that? Or if you have any advertisement from you, not the language, anything is okay. Can you talk about that?
For example, I would say like, so if you're the language beginner, so don't be hesitate and don't be shy, don't be afraid. Set
Mm-hmm.
your goal and go for it. Once you
Mm-hmm.
complete it, you're gonna be so happy, and once you learn more language, you're gonna learn more things. You're gonna get more, like, and understand more about this world, and you're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
happy with that. And also, once you get to learn new language, you get to know new person. You gotta get to, and you might have your best friends and new friends. And for example, learning Japanese and then more you. So don't be shy and don't be hesitate to do that. And I don't have any, especially doing for myself so far. But if you have any question or even want to try and want to be my friend, so please feel free to follow on my Instagram.
Okay, I will. I will like put my on my video. Okay.
So also
Yeah.
I will wait from my friends all around the world, even in APU or in Finland or wherever. So let's try to learn language together and let's struggling together and let's success.
Okay.
That's all for me.
Kiitos, kiitos Paliana. It means thank you so much in Finnish. But yeah, thank you so much. So now we're gonna. How can I finish it? Can you help me?
So I hope everyone get a lot of many tips and also a lot of information and get to
Mhm.
learn about the word that we and many things today. So of course, so please support my Oyuchan and wait for her another video. And also, if it would be another chance, I might come and see you guys again here. So thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye for you.
Bye.